What's up, everyone? My name is Ulysses Garcia. I am a director and producer here at Odyssey Media, and today I'm going to be talking about how our team filmed Western States. It's one of the most notorious trail races in the ultra running community. It is over 100 miles from Olympic Valley to Auburn, California. You're going through rugged mountain trails, the deep canyons, the river crossings, over 18,000 feet of ascent, and even more going downhill. This project revolved around our good friend Hellah Sidibe and his first time running the Western States 100. One of the main things that we like to follow when tackling a project like this, and just any project, one of our mottos is, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And we take that super serious. Just as if you're an athlete running this race, you have to prepare. The first thing that we like to get into is concept development. Obviously, there's this base idea of, okay, we want to tell the story of Hellah running this race, but how can we craft and present the information into a story that's best going to communicate a message across? Because we don't just want to create something that looks good. We want to create something that is going to impact the viewer as much as possible, make them feel a certain emotion when they're watching this story. Now there's the logistical side of things. We had a 5-person team following Hellah. What this allows us to do is the ability to leapfrog, to maximize the amount of coverage that we can get throughout this whole process so that we have the most amount of quote-unquote ingredients to work with when we're crafting this story. There's so much preparation that goes into this logistically, right? It's really dissecting the course, how long it's going to take us from point A to point B. How are we going to get there? Where exactly is that spot? And what are the shots that we're looking for during that time? Come race day, we want to know the game plan, and really we just need to follow this game plan and it'll set us up for success. The thing about something like this is that as much as we plan, everything can be thrown out the window come race day. Anything can happen. As much as we like to follow, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, we need to be able to be flexible. And I think that's where something like this comes really into play and helps out so much during these types of projects, right? Having multiple people to be able to be flexible when something doesn't go according to plan. Now on to race day itself, and that's starting in Olympic Valley at 5 a.m. at the start line. And the best way that I could describe that environment, it's just like a mixture of anxiety and excitement and nervousness. That's really the environment, just being in that pool of runners right before they start. The clock is ticking down to 5 a.m. Everybody's just almost processing what's in front of them. The main thing that we keep in mind during these moments where we interact with Hellah and we film with him is letting the raw moments unfold in front of us. It is super important. Like, there was a moment at Green Gate, just seeing Sally McRae interact with Hellah and just motivate him, and her just kind of leading the crew, checking in on him and making sure that he's okay and there's no serious injuries, but at the same time pushing him and not letting him stay at an aid station for too long, or not letting him sit down too long, because that's really where it hits you. That's where like everything, all the physical, mental anguish that you might be feeling hits you all at once. And just kind of seeing those different things of how his crew came together, everyone's around him, supporting him, like all of that is just super inspiring, and something that I think really is part of this whole infectious environment that is the ultra running community. I think that's one of the things that's really standing out. Like you hear the cowbells, you hear the claps, all of that just builds up for this. And I think being able to capture that is just really important, right? Because that's what builds this whole world and this whole community. We need to be sure that we're there to capture it at the right time. Kind of getting to the finish line, it's emotional in a sense, right? Because as a production team, you're running your own race at the same time, right? You are making sure that your crew's good, that you're eating, that you're drinking water, that your equipment's good, that you're getting the shots that you need. You know, everything just kind of comes full circle. At the end of the day, it took Hellah over 27 hours to finish the race. We hiked up mountains, down mountains, hiked through snow, shot at sunrise, at sunset, met Hellah at river crossings, shot through the night. It really is worth it. And I think that's something too, is finding the right team to go through that with. And we brief everybody beforehand, like this is what's required to document something like this, for us to get as much footage as we can and to tell the story the best way possible. This is what is required. And why do we go through all that? It's to tell that story because there are other people in their lives running their 100-mile race, whatever that may be in their own life. It's really to remind viewers that they too can get to the finish line despite what's going on in their life. And I think Hellah is such a great example of that. And it just starts from one idea of documenting Hellah's race, but it's just so much more than that. It really is. I just wanted to share a little bit about how we tackled this project and our thought process behind certain things. If you like videos like these, definitely let us know and we can make more. And I hope you have a good day. Peace.